Hello again. Can you hear me? The obligatory question before every Zoom meeting.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Let me share my screen as well. Okay. Like I said, we will be writing some documents and we will develop a game. I'm going to code some games. I will. Okay, Temir is admitted as well. I will show some technical things in the class. Generally, we will have our Thursday classes with game design, game production related topics, and we will have technical talks, technical lectures on Saturday. So on Saturdays, I will talk about Unity and I will talk about other softwares, other tools that we are going to use to create a game. And I can show some stuff about Unity online, but as we go as we go into some advanced topics, it's no use for me to code with you watching me because it will be stressful. I mean, coding, if you tried it, is a stressful process, especially when you are trying to create a what can I say, like a complex product. So we will be like I will be recording video tutorials during the production of that complex game, and I will upload them on Saturdays. And after you follow the tutorials, we will meet again on Thursdays, and I will be glad to answer your questions if you have any. And by the way, if you have any questions about the course or about the talk we are talking right now, you can interrupt me and ask. No problem. Yeah, and about the game we are going to develop, it will be a copy of, it will be a clone of Shovel Knight. There's a great tutorial on like produced by Unity itself. So Unity as a corporation produces some useful documentation and tutorials and uploads them on internet so everyone can see freely. And recently, because of the pandemic, Unity made all of its Unity Premium accounts free. And after they realized that it's a great marketing strategy, they made it public. They made it free for forever. So I advise you to check Unity tutorials as well. And we will be following a Unity tutorial called what was it? Swords and Shovels. Yeah, that was the name of the tutorial series. If you like, did anyone complete it? If so, we can just go work on another tutorial, or like I can mix some tutorials as well. And yeah, after we sorry, let me check if let me check if we are recording. Yeah, we are recording. Okay. Yeah, I will be, like I said, follow this tutorial series for some time, and after we produce a game, we will see how to upload it to mobile markets like Play Store and App Store. Yeah, and assets at your service. Last week I asked you to um, send me the links of assets if you have any like if you liked any assets in the asset store. Do you know what an asset is, by the way?
Objects created ahead of time.
Yeah, that's one definition. In game industry, assets are like already made products. Some assets are art. Okay, actually, let me show you an example asset. Okay, yeah, this website is called Asset Store, and Unity Asset Store is the go-to website that I look for new assets. It's the biggest website, so you can create some codes. You can create some art and upload it here, and people that wants to use that assets in their games can purchase them. They can get copyrights, and they can use those assets freely, like liberally in their games, basically. So this asset is called Simplicity Builder. It's an already made game, as you can see. I mean, you can plant some buildings on the map that is gridded, and you can use the art that is here. There are menus already made, and there are, as you can see, minions, we can call them, minions that walk between buildings and fight for you. So the artificial intelligence codes for these people are already created, and this code is presented to you in just like for the price of $10. So I believe it's very cheap. However, it's like you will find it's incredibly hard to work on other people's code, and sometimes you just want to make something, create something yourself, and so that you can get a better control at the code. You can change anything you want within the code easily. But this asset store is great for art as well. So yeah, let's see some, I don't know, 3D assets maybe. Yeah, this pack, for instance, is Cyberpunk pack, for instance. There are a lot of building tools. I mean, these assets packs are basically a bundle of little game objects, as you can see here. You can use them in your game, and you can import them. We are going to cover those as well. I mean, these are just show-off pictures of the asset itself, but what I really want to see is the basic, like basic assets. Sorry, basic objects, I should say. For instance, this car can be imported to anywhere in the game, and this is a character that you can import to anywhere in the game, but you will not be able to easily change the art. So you are stuck with this art if you import this. Of course, you can import other arts to your game, and you can use them for the prototype of your game. Did I make myself clear? I'm not sure if that's a new concept for you. I'm not sure if I told you enough about assets. Is there anyone?
It is clear about the assets, but I wonder, is there a difference with assets and sprites? Because I see the word sprite in somewhere and then assets. I thought it's the same thing, but I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, assets consist of sprites. Not all assets are sprites. So sprites are 2D materials that you can use in your game. And assets can contain codes, sprites, animations, 3D models, 2D models, I don't know, byte size, sorry, not byte size, 8-bit drawings, etc. For instance, this is another example of an asset. This is a pack of animals with animations. So I, as far as I see, like that, we have a lot of programmers, wannabe programmers, I could say, and like we don't have that much artists in our team, in our class. So we will be actively using asset store. Like you can buy yourself, or if you want, you can ask us, me, or Neviner Yılmaz about the asset, to buy the assets. And if it's a common asset, we can buy it for you and for everyone else. There are 2 types of licenses, single entity and multi-entity. If you get a single entity license, you have the right to use these assets on just one game. But if you have a multi-entity license, you can use it in all of your games. So just keep that in mind when purchasing. And I told you ahead of time, but I mean, if you are not sure what you are doing, don't buy an asset right now, because we need to cover some basic Unity developments before we go into importing assets. So about sprites, did you get the gist? Did you, do you have any other questions? Okay, and we already are in the process of buying some assets. One of my friends will share low poly assets with us, and these will be great for prototyping. It will be synth as well, as I remember. Synth assets, yeah. Yeah, so Synthi is a really popular assets creator. This company generally produces low poly assets. Low poly means low polygon. I mean, it's not rounded. It's there. How can I say? Low poly looks like this. There aren't many triangles in the model, so low poly models are easier to import. They don't take that much of a space, and they look cool, I think. So, like, you will, for instance, if you have this packet, you can arrange the office as much as, like, however you like. So you can take this chair and put it anywhere else in the office. You can change the dynamics of the office. Okay, enough for the assets part, and let's go with the presentation. Yeah, I gave some assets here. After the purchase, I will send the links to all of the assets that we have for you. And yeah, as I mentioned briefly, this lecture basically will be a course of 3 courses combined. And like I said, it will be game development with Unity 3D, game design, and game production. I find it like I didn't meet many good game designers. I mean, I can say that people are overseeing, like, sorry, people are not finding consistent ways to design good games. I mean, for me, it's important to get knowledge from different fields to be a good game designer. I mean, you should play and you should watch different genres of games. You should listen to your audience, your players. You should get a good grip on numbers if you want to balance out a multiplayer game, for instance, or if you want to create a sustainable economy for your game. I mean, if you are letting your players to reach all of your levels and all of your cards in, for instance, let's give an example of Clash Royale. Have you played Clash Royale? Like, has anyone played? Really? Clash Royale? Clash Royale is a popular mobile game that's uses cards as weapons against the opponents, and cards like you as you move on, you have more cards in your inventory, and they are stronger basically. So the game needs to have a good balance between cards, and so that it's fun for everyone. So I think game design is a hard job to do, and I don't think it's done in Turkey correctly. But like I said, I shared 3 reference books with you. These reference books are basically the tome of knowledge in game design industry, and I will be referencing them a lot, and I advise you to read them all. Of course, not in a short period of time, but you can revisit them later, and every time you read, you will get a new thing out of them. So game design, yeah, that's enough for game design. And about game production, I took a course from Bahçeşehir University about game production last year, and we talked about economics and advertisement and stuff like that. And I really loved the idea. I mean, I didn't mention, but I want to be a game producer. I want to create a game company in perhaps 5 years. So I needed to know more about game production. I needed to know how to calculate money related stuff. So I really researched deeply in those areas, and I will present you basically how to be a good manager, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I can teach you all the things, but I can go over the concepts basically. And yeah, these these will be the things we will cover for game design and production. So this week we are going to go over the game definitions. We will so we already introduced ourselves, and we will go over the roles in a game development field, and we will go into the phases of development, etc. And after that, these are not in order, by the way. I mean, the order may change during the semester, but these will be the basics that we are going to talk about. And of course, you will have to present your design documents. So maybe 1 or 2 days will be listening your presentations. Yeah, and after each day that we talked about game design and production related things, we can, if you have, we can go over your questions about the game development topics. So yeah, if you want to be a good manager, you should be good at projects planning, time management, and budget management. And yeah, VR game design is here because I really want to share the design of virtual reality games. So yeah, those are the concepts we will go over. And game development with Unity 3D. This lecture won't be, I mean, technical part of this lecture won't be all about Unity 3D. We will, I mean, I will try to cover most common softwares and tools that we are going to use. Can you hear me, by the way? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Now I see. Okay. Now I read the chats. I mean, you can just interrupt me with talking. It's not a problem. Because I sometimes miss the chat. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about game development with Unity 3D. Yeah, I mean, there are more tools that we should use to create a good game. Unity 3D is a great tool to create the front end of the game. But in most games, you need to keep your player data and configuration data somewhere else, like in a database, for instance. And especially for a multiplayer game, you also need to match two players with each other and making them play a game together without any lags or delays. So we will go over the tools that enable us to create multiplayer games, and we will go over the tools to create databases and manage them. And have you ever worked on a project with more than one person? I mean, have you ever worked with another software developer or coder?
I did.
Oh, really? Is it from, like, are they from, was it a classmate or someone else?
It's my friends. We're working together on a game. Yeah, we're not really we don't have a grasp over the code, but we're working on it.
Okay, and how did you two collaborate it? I mean, you were adding something on the code, and he what was his name, by the way?
No, we're a team. We have like two coders, one artist, and I am the general person. Like I attended both of those.
Yeah,
You know,
okay. So what was the name of the other coder?
Yavuz.
Yavuz. Okay. So Yavuz added something to the game, and you added something to the game. And how did you collaborate it? Like, did you saved your project file and send it to him with?
We worked module by module.
Okay. And so did you use any tools like Git, for instance?
No, we have a specialized program for that. It's an entirely different platform, actually.
So are you saving your codes
Simultaneously? Yes.
Okay. So are you using what was that? Sorry, what was the name of the program? Perforce. Are you using Perforce?
No, we're using a different platform. Like it's a game within itself. It's a game engine that allows coding.
Okay. What was the name of it? I guess I understood it, but
Roblox.
Okay. Okay. It wasn't the thing in my mind, but okay.
Yeah.
Roblox. So yeah, within Roblox you can create a game together. But okay, let's say that you are writing codes and you are importing assets. You are creating some animations in Unity, and let's say that Yavuz is also doing the same thing, right? At the same time during the day. How will you exchange information?
You can actually do that in real time.
Yeah, within Roblox, yeah, but
in Unity, you mean? I'm not quite sure about that.
Yeah, there's a general concept in software engineering. This concept is called like version controlling. So you basically control your versions. I mean, you can go ahead and name your game versions by version 1, version 2, version like last version, release version. You can try to name like that, but it's not a good practice because like after you add something, you need to send the version you saved with mail to someone else or with USB, and then they should add something and send it back to you. So it's not a how can I say, it's not a practical approach to making games together, or making any software in it as a team. So we will learn about that. We will learn about how to work in a team as software developers, and we will go over clean coding principles. This also is important for teamwork. Actually, you should speak the same language in the code base when writing code. I mean, the code is written in English, okay, but if the code is not following some certain grammar rules, I can say, then it will be really hard for you to communicate with each other. If you are working, I don't know, with someone else, if he sees your code and doesn't understand, then he cannot develop your code basically. And yeah, we will also go over most common game development design patterns. Yeah, design patterns are the ways for you to manage your code base. Like by using design patterns, I mean, design shouldn't confuse you. Design means here not as game design. Design here means designing a software architecture. So you are trying to separate your code into good chunks of knowledge so that it's easier to understand and easier to maintain, basically. I won't go too much into the details, but I really want to mention design patterns in our lecture. And apart from that, we will go and talk about Unity. We will did I miss the slides? No, okay. I forgot to add something. Yeah, we will talk about Unity structure, basically. Unity interface. I mean, how are we using Unity? And we will talk about writing code in Unity. And after that, we will follow, like, we will create some basic games, some short games. And after that, we will start to follow the official Unity tutorial. And this tutorial will teach us how to save game, load game, how to add advertisements, how to add in-app purchases. And after we created this game, we will, I will talk about deploying and debugging in mobile. So we will try to turn it into a mobile game, and we will try to play it in our mobile devices. For that, we will need tools to develop Android applications and iOS applications. So we will need here, as stated here, we will need Android Studio. This program is used to create Android applications, and we will also use Xcode. This program is used for iOS applications. Yeah, and after we covered all those points, we will try to learn deploying and maintenance in Play Store and App Store. Okay. Yeah. By the way, I'm not sure if we can cover all those topics in this semester, but I will try my best. I really want to talk about multiplayer architecture. We will definitely need a login screen, and if we have time, we will try to add Facebook integration so that you can add your friends in Facebook, and you can have a achievement system as well. Yeah. Do you have any any questions up to that point? Okay, I guess not. And then let's start with our lecture. This was just an introduction. How can we start? Yeah. Actually, first of all, there's a definition in the presentation, but I would love to ask you the difference between a game versus a toy. So we really talked about games, but we need to have a formal definition of a game if we want to create good games, right? So does anyone have an opinion?
What was the question again? Sorry.
Yeah, like how do you think we can define a game? Basically.
By making an experience.
Great. Yeah.
Well, games have a goal and some difficulties the player is facing, and we need at least one player, of course.
Yeah.
And we have an objective that I mentioned. And it's a nice plus that if it would be fun.
Great. Yeah.
Fun is the main factor, though. Beyond the fundamentals, it's what makes a game successful.
Yeah, great. Exactly. I guess in the level up book,
yes,
it was
I read it
like that, right?
this morning.
Yeah. But one of you said it's it's mainly an experience, right? Işık, you said that, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you read that up somewhere? Because
it's what I personally think of games.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best definition that I have actually, because games, okay, like saying a game is an experience is not completely defining a game, but we have a problem. We need to stop the lecture because of Zoom, and this time we won't have a break. We are just I will send you a link and we will continue. Okay. Sorry about that.